everybody, and welcome back to English with Victory. Safe to say, been a long time, yeah? Right, so I've been putting a lot of things together. My team and I have been putting a lot of things together to help make your English experience a wonderful one. Like I always say, it's not always about your accent, but how you say what you say. What are you going to say? How should you say it? Is it important for that situation you're going to say it? Is it going to help? Are you saying it correctly? On today's episode, I'd love to talk to you about 14 English expressions a lot of us make mistakes about when we say them. Well, today, stay with me and find out. What are English expressions? English expressions are a group of words that are used in a particular way for a particular context. It means you can't say them if it's not important for you to say them. And where can we get some of these expressions? They're gotten from cliches, phrasal verbs, proverbs, and idioms. Right, so I'll be sharing with you 14 English expressions that we say incorrectly, or some people say incorrectly, and what we ought to say in context. Now, the first one is step foot in. Step foot in. The word is set foot in. To step foot, all right, to set foot means you place your foot somewhere. Now, in context, that means you entered into a particular house, a community, a somewhere. So when I say never set foot in my house again, it means never come into my house again. So not step foot. The word is set foot. So never set foot in this village again. Never set foot in my office. Never set foot. All right. Set foot in. 2. Wreak havoc. No, think about it. Wreck and havoc are one and the same thing. To wreck means to cause damage. Havoc is damage itself. So the word is wreak havoc. Right? So the earthquake wreaked havoc in that small village. No village in particular. Right, so the earthquake wreaked havoc. Right, so it's not wreck. Wreck and havoc are one and the same thing. So you can't use those two words together. The word once again is wreak havoc. 3. I could care less. I could care less. That means you care just a little bit. What you meant to say was, I couldn't care less. He said he was coming to my office. I'm not really happy with him. I couldn't care less if he was there or not. If he decides to come, I couldn't care less. If he comes, I couldn't care less. So the word to say is, I couldn't care less, meaning you don't even care even just a tiny bit. Next, another thing coming. Another thing coming. It's another thing coming. So it's I know what's going on in your mind. Like, I've been saying this for years. Even my teacher and blah blah blah. You know, the word is the phrase itself is another thing coming. If you think that I'm going to let you come into my kitchen ever again, then you have another thing coming. It's a thought we're talking about, all right? So it's not the thing itself, because it's not what you could lay your hands to. So if you think that I'm going to let you set foot in my kitchen again, ever, then you have another thing coming. Next, untender hooks. Untender hooks. Hooks aren't tender. So the word to say is untender hooks. All right, so to say that someone is on tenter hooks means the person is anxious or excited and expectant about something. So the word to say is she's on tender hooks and not tender hooks. Hooks aren't tender. The babies are. Next is safe haven. Safe and haven, the same thing. Haven is a safe place. So just say haven. I was in Canada 2 weeks ago at my aunt's house and it was haven for me. So there's no need to say safe haven, just say it was haven or this is haven for me, all right? How about less than 800 words? This expression is actually a grammatical error. You know why? Because less means a small amount of something and it's used with uncountable nouns. Now, since words can be counted, it is wrong to use less. Rather say fewer than 800 words. Just so that we're clear on this, you can look up my video where I talked about fewer and less and you understand this better. Alright, less is used when it can't be counted, but fewer is used when it's a countable noun. So it's safe to say fewer than 800 words. Another phrase we use incorrectly is when we say complimentary card. Now, to compliment means to say good about something. Oh, she looks good. That performance was exceptional. Those are good compliments. I know you meant to say business card. Your business card is what talks about what you do, has your details, maybe your address, location, your phone number, and then just an inside sneak peek on what you do. Your name is stated there, maybe with your title or maybe with the office or position you hold. So this is my business card. It is not a complimentary card. It is a business card. How about prostrate cancer? Oh my God. Okay, so to prostrate means to lay flat on the floor. I know you meant to say prostate cancer, all right? Prostrate has nothing to do with cancer because it's not an illness at all. The right expression is prostate cancer. So I need you to learn this because we talk about it a lot of the times. Maybe you're a health personnel or maybe you heard the doctor say it at church and you are unsure of what he said or how he meant it. The word is prostate cancer. So say that to your family, your friends, your loved ones, they need to learn this. How about first come, first serve? The correct expression is first come, first served. We're serving in this order. First come, first served. The one who is first to come is the one who gets to be served. All right? So it's first come, first served. Also note that if you say first come, first serve, you're saying the one who comes first is the one who is going to serve. Next, to disvirgin. Doesn't exist. It's non-existent in the English dictionary. You meant actually to say to deflower. She was deflowered on her wedding night. Oh, such joy. So to deflower, not disvirgin. Okay? Instrumentally. You pay in installments and not instrumentally. Okay? So I'm going to pay 1 million naira in 50,000. Installmentally, wrong. In installments. Alright? So I'm going to pay 1 million naira in 50,000 naira respectively in installments. Of recent, I went to Dubai. I also went to Turkey. Or we visited Egypt. No, not of recent. Recently, I made some trips out of the country. Recently, I was in Cote d'Ivoire. Recently. So not of recent. The word is recently. Wakekeeping or keeping wake. The word is wake. Alright? So if you're having, the after night party, after, the funeral of a loved one, maybe the dad or the mom or anyone, that activity that happens after night is wake. Alright? So we're having a wake. Not we're keeping awake or we're having a wake keeping. No, we're having a wake. Finally, outrightly. That doesn't exist in the English dictionary. Okay. Outright is outright, whether it's being used in an adjective or an adverb, it's outright. She walked out on all of us. She did it outright, not outrightly. She outrightly shoved the food down my throat. No, no, that didn't happen. She or he did it outright. Okay, so now these are 14 English expressions, idioms, proverbs, cliches, phrasal verbs. Okay, so we mix this up a lot. So I hope you've learned something. That's the most important thing, and expanded your English vocabulary, right? So share this video with your friends, your family members, your loved ones. Let them get to see and learn for themselves. And let's help our word, get better with people who say the right things and in the right context, okay? Because some of the times we use this out of context, okay? It is important that you use this within the context. Don't forget, this is English with Victory, and we're all about helping you speak correctly. Not just saying the words, but how you should say them and why you should say what you say. Thanks for staying with me on today's episode. There are a lot more videos coming your way. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't, like, and please leave a comment. Maybe you've got 1 or 2 questions to ask me. And I would also love to know what you learned on today's episode. Leave it in the comment section. I'll be right there waiting for you. I love you. Bye for now.